So you've adopted. What are you going to do now? Adoption is a very challenging adventure, if you will. One of the things that we here at Koinonia are passionate about is keeping families together. Unfortunately, adoption failure rates are on the rise. What does that mean? That means families are struggling. Adoptions have been happening for years now, whether it's foster to adopt, overseas adoption. Adoption is a huge piece of our society. And unfortunately, sometimes the kids have a hard time adjusting. So I'm here today with Tiffany Loffler from Defending the Cause. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Tiffany. My husband Matt and I have two adopted kids from Haiti. They're 14 and 17, and they're assimilating into the U.S. They've been here for 3 years, and it's been an adventure.
Yeah. So we're going to talk. We're going to do a podcast right after this, and we're going to dive into what is it to be a trauma-informed adoptive parent. Trauma-informed is this word you hear a lot of. This idea of understanding a kid's trauma. But when you've adopted and you don't know what to do, and many families are afraid to reach out. You might be sitting at home right now thinking, well, I don't want to tell people I'm struggling because I don't want them to think that I'm not a great parent or that it wasn't a successful adoption. And what I want you to do right now is realize that you're not alone. You do not have to do this alone. And we're going to try to help you learn more about how to reach out, where to reach out, and that's what Defending the Cause is all about. Now, why did you start Defending the Cause?
I was leading a church-based ministry at the time, helping our church engage in foster care and adoptions, and was realizing that there are so many different amazing agencies and nonprofits throughout the greater Sacramento area, but not very many people were engaging as volunteers yet, and not all of those organizations were working together. And we felt like this was kind of the 1,000-piece puzzle, so to speak, when it comes to supporting vulnerable kids and families. We know we need everybody. We need a whole village surrounding families in crisis, surrounding kids in the foster care system. And so the goal of Defending the Cause is really to create that village-type atmosphere. So
what are some of the services that you have felt, because obviously you created this out of watching families who've adopted and helping them, but also now being an adoptive parent and struggling sometimes with behaviors and attachment issues and all these things. What are some of the services that maybe you felt were helpful?
There's so many things out there, and so sometimes when a family's in crisis, it can just be overwhelming. And so finding where to go for resources, finding who to trust, we really felt like as an organization we could help point people in the right direction. Trust-based relational intervention is out there. There's now trauma-informed love and logic. There's amazing agency support systems, support groups in our community. And so one of our goals is to plug people in where they need it most or what's closest to them. We listen to what families need, and then we help get them the resources through all of the agencies and nonprofits we partner with.
So you have a lot of different agencies who are connected to you. And I've been on your website. So it's pretty user-friendly as far as I'm concerned. Some websites are not. And this really kind of gets you going into the different kinds of organizations, what they do, and you can link back to. And really that's what my understanding is of your ministry is you are just trying to help people. You're not asking for a lot of money. There's no fee, right? This is just, hey, you're struggling. There's a lot of families that have adopted. Lots of partners want to come in and it's not just about the kid. And what we want you to realize, and actually Koinonia's focus, we're a parent-focused agency. And I think that you also understand the need to support the parent and not just the child.
Absolutely. Yeah, this journey is a two-way street. We want to see kids healed and whole and have hope that they can achieve great things in life. But in order to do that, they need a stable, loving caregiver. And to create stable, loving caregivers requires a community around them.
Yeah, that secondary trauma. You know, the kid was traumatized and you adopt the child and now you're traumatized. And so there's services to help you. What are you doing to stay healthy right now? What are you doing to care for yourself and build yourself up and fill your tank so that you can in turn be available to your child? Are you taking care of yourself? And so we're going to unpack all this in the podcast. Please go, maybe Dave will link it up so you can see it, the Koinonia YouTube channel. and or follow the podcast and hear about this. We're going to really unpack what it's like to, what does trauma do, and how does it look like, and how do we adjust to it. And so thank you for watching. Thank you, Tiffany, and we'll see you at the next video.